Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to an edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. We got some hot topics to talk to you about today. That's right, we'll bring you up to date on some of the things going on in the transportation industry on both sides of the border. Ooh, it's looking scary out there, my friends. Hey, before we do that, though, let me tell you a little bit about Bison Transport. That's right, they've got their Right to Decide program is probably one of the best in the industry, is allowing drivers to shut down when they need to. That's right, whether it's weather-related, illness, or some other factor. If you feel as a driver you need to shut down, then they're right on top of that for sure. So, you know what? You want to work for a company like that, go bisondriving.com. That's why their drivers are probably making some of the best safety bonuses in the industry. All right, so we've got some hot topics to talk to you about today. So first of all, we've got let's see, what are we looking at? Well, there's MTO's got a new X-ray program. There's a truck inspection scam going on that you want to know about. Tariffs on heavy trucks started as of October 1st, and then of course there's non-domiciled truck driver license regulations in the U.S. ICE agents have arrested over 130 truckers, and then the trucking industry, we got some good news for you. They're actually helping deliver food to the industry. So we're going to tell you about some of those things and get you up to speed on that for sure. Let's start off with this X-ray program that they've got, the MTO, so the Ministry of Transportation of Ontario is our DOT for Ontario here, if you will. This came out of trucknews.com. It said that the minister announced that this week that the province is deploying new X-ray technology to improve commercial vehicle inspections. So it was sent a memo to the OTA, and they say that they're trying to enter another phase and use this for enforcement for all of we've had a lot of illegal cargo going. And so understand the state of the current industry. This technology is a requirement if we are going to restore trust and eliminate risks in public safety. So you're going to be seeing this when you go across the border. They've actually got it to where it's mobile as well, so they do not have to be doing this at the border itself. So we'll see how that goes and where it goes for sure. Then in the truck inspection area here, there's been a big scam going on in the U.S. So people saying getting decals to say that their truck has been inspected for their annual inspections when it hasn't been, and they're starting to see various shops in the states of disrepair, but they've all got clean inspection stickers, which is quite something to be worried about. So they found a couple shops that may be doing this. And the shops in the U.S. Are taking advantage of some of the cross-border drivers. So they see that a lot of them seem to be out of the same yards where they found some of these stickers, and they're from ATG Repair. So basically they've got a shop out in Illinois that's been doing this, and FMCSA is also investigating this and stuff. So if you've got an annual inspection, make sure you're using a reputable shop to do this. Make sure they're actually doing the inspection. That's one of the big things. Earlier this month, as you know, Trump put a tariff on heavy-duty trucks, which, you know what? I don't know. I know. Try to get them all built in the U.S. I get it. It's not exactly how things work. But anyway, he says, I like how he says, in order to protect the great heavy truck manufacturers from unfair outside competition. I'm not sure they're building, it's their own competition. October 1st, 25% tariff on all heavy big trucks made in other parts of the world. So Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner, Mack, all going to be part of this, Volvo. So I'm not sure how this is, and he says it's for national security. I'm not sure how that's working either. But Daimler Truck North America and International have assembled plants in Mexico, and Volvo's just opening a plant there too. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm not sure if I didn't realize there was a problem there. but I guess there is. Anyway, you know what? We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we're going to tell you about some of the driver issues going on there, some of the truck stuff happening for sure. Before we tell you about that, though, before we take a break, let me tell you about Rosedale Transport. They are all across North America as well, 15 terminals to be exact, but they are a reputable company. They've been around for over 50 years. Head office is in Mississauga and Terminals, Ontario. They got over 800 employees, and they're a good outfit. So if you've got a good attitude, you've got a good driving record, and you're interested in either local, regional, long haul, or even if you're an owner operator, they would be interested in talking with you. They're being very selective, but you can go to rosedaleGroup.com and check out the careers tab. It'll tell you what's available at the moment. All right, when we come back, we'll tell you about some of the stuff happening for drivers on the roads. Here we go.
By far my favorite station.
You're the best. Oh, yeah.
I love you guys.
All right. So this one came out of Overdrive, and this is about U.S. Secretary Sean Duffy talking about a crackdown on non-domiciled CDLs. Apparently, it's a national emergency. They're blaming the problem on Biden. I'm not going to get into politics because I actually don't care. I do care about improving our roads, making them safer. I just see this as going. I actually have no problem with them going after people who do not have the proper licensing, and I think that needs to be corrected and drawn. But just saying things like foreign drivers, just saying things like non-domiciled. Well, truck drivers call all over. That doesn't mean just because someone is brown or black or something else doesn't mean that they can't drive. If they haven't got the proper training, or they're doing, I don't know. It just seems like it's getting crazy. I'm not against what they're doing as much as I'm against on how they're doing it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they've been focusing on California and stuff right now. And if you've probably heard about this already, they're doing audits on CDLs. We're doing that here in Canada. We're actually revoking some of the licenses. So it needs to be done. It should be done all across North America. But I just see that this is just I think it's more the wording and the rhetoric that's going to get out of hand more so than what they're doing. Everybody should be. So, like the rules limited non-domiciled CDLs to foreign nationals holding two agriculture worker visas or non-agriculture worker visas or treaty investor visas. So I'm not sure, are those the people that are becoming truck drivers? I'm not sure who the truck drivers are. Yeah, there was that stupid one in Florida, and apparently they're from Mexico, but that needs to be, where did they get their license? Somehow it needs to be not just the people, but the training needs to be there, or the verifying of the license, something like that. I'm not sure how you do that, but we need to look at that. So anyway, that is going on right now, as you guys know for sure. And then that brought us to our next story with the ICE agents that arrested 130 truck drivers. Of course, they're focusing on California. And they're doing inspections, 3-day inspection blitz. It was on 130 truck drivers were taken off the road, apparently. In Oklahoma, did it on the California drivers. So anything with a California plate probably got pulled in. They're looking at oil and gas and other industries. They worked with U.S. immigration officers doing a 3-day enforcement effort along I-40. So, this is one of the reasons I'm not going, because I'm not driving. I'm not driving there. But I mean, if they're just going by, hey, you're from out of town or out of state or something like that, that's probably scary. So anyway, a 3-day effort, 130 commercial drivers arrested, taken off the road for various violations. Were you arrested for the violations, or were you arrested because you're, they're not saying. They also had the troops in there. So you guys have seen the news, so I don't need to go through this. But from truck, so again, yes, should we take people off the road that are driving dangerously? Yes. How many people got caught up in all of this? I'm not sure. As you've probably heard in the news, there's some serious stuff going on as far as how ICE is working and all that. And I'm going to leave that alone because I'm in Canada and I don't actually know what's going on with ICE. All right. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you about RS2000 tax services, and then I'll tell you about some good news to end us off, because that's important too. Hey, you know what? RS2000 tax services, as you know, it's tax season is coming up. If it's not already here, our year end's coming up, so it's already here for us. And it's going to be it's a lovely time. So you need professionals in your back pocket. RS2000 tax service. If you're in Ontario, Canada here, that's who can help you. If you're outside of Ontario, they can't help you, but do talk to a professional accountant and make sure you're up to snuff, because the government seems to be cracking down more often than not nowadays. So make sure that you are up to snuff as far as your tax breaks and what's allowed. And the people that keep up on all that stuff is RS2000 Tax Services. So go to rs2000tax.com and they can help you with all of that. All right, let's end this off with a good news story. So there's a Trucks for Change. This is came out from Truck News. They delivered 100,000 food packs to support kids during the summer. Oh, finally, the industry's doing something good. Woo. Anyway, so the Truck for Change network has completed a 2-month national effort that saw 31 fleets deliver 101,640 food packs to 73 food banks across Canada, supporting the Food Bank Canada. So this is they used the trailers, they brought them out. A way to go. Once again, the industry stepped up. To give you another good news story on top of that one, Special Olympics this year. We were there in September, and the Paris convoy that we were part of, the trucks were down a little bit this year, but the donations were up. They raised $145,000 for special needs athletes, and they brought their total up to 1.5 million for the 15, what was it, 20 years I guess they've been at it. I'm not sure how many years they've been at. Around 22, 21, 22, something. Anyway, so way to go for sure. So good on Trucks for Change, and also good on all the people that stepped up for Special Olympics. The Woodstock Truck Show did an amazing job doing that for sure, and big thank you to everybody there. So there you go. That's the news that we've got coming up. The industry updates. There's probably more. I would check out all of these good news organizations like Truck News, Overdrive, those kind of things. They're all doing great work reporting that on a day-to-day basis. I do it once a month just to kind of bring you up to snuff and make sure you understand some of the things that are more towards the drivers than maybe you see in the news. All I can say, though, general, is things are pretty screwed up. So anyway, let's get the bad drivers off the road. Let's get the taxes down and the equipment stuff down, get the tariffs down, and let's get back to doing what we do, and that's making sure that the shelves are stocked on all of your stores. All right, my friends, we'll talk to you later. Be good out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us, and we'll talk to you later.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com, and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.